I welcome you all to the inaugural edition of Hybrid. Um, Hybrid Connect is a platform where we bring all the leaders and all the marketeers on a platform wherein we discuss the AI, the technologies that are reshaping the technologies and the marketing spaces that we all operate in, and how Hybrid as a platform, Hybrid as a company is leading this platform and with its cutting edge innovative tools and technologies. So without wasting time any further, let me introduce you to the Hybrid team. I would request Mr. Gandharv Satdeva, the country head for Hybrid India, and Mr. Sushant Chopra, he's the director of sales for North India and Gujarat for Hybrid, to take the stage. Over to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adish, for the introduction. Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for spending your time and coming over to hear about hybrid and listen at what we've been doing in the market and where we are today. So I will not waste a lot of time over here. Just to give a small introduction, as Adish mentioned, I am the country head for hybrid. I manage the entire business, India business for them. And we've got Sushant who takes care of my India market and my Gujarat market as well. So in India, we are a team of around 40 odd people, which includes all my departments. We've got every department in India, starting from sales to client sourcing, creatives, and operations. So everything's based in India. That's how we manage ourselves. Yes, we are an international organization wherein we have our own demand side platform and we have other platforms as well which cater to a lot of branding needs for our clients as well. Yes, just to give you a brief, we are a full stack programmatic advertising ecosystem. So we do a lot of I would say programmatic campaigns, any kind of rich media, any kind of innovations that are being required is there. We have our competitions as well in the market, and we're going to talk about that how we are different from the competition today. Hybrid, yes. We've got three platforms as I mentioned. One is my hybrid DSP, which is my demand side platform. IB, which is an in-house platform for my mobile app promotions, is something that we do with a lot of mobile app downloads to the bottom funnel as well. And yes, is the most important part, which is Box, wherein we talk about a new product, which is in-image advertising. So we've been doing a lot of standard banners, rich medias. So we'll talk about rich media, which will be in image within the editorial articles as well. Is something that we're going to talk about, and we do everything contextually. So our platform is totally contextual based, which comes on to a one level ahead, where we talk about semantic as a brand as well, which we talk about. So we are present in Poland, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, Germany, US, UAE, Thailand, Singapore, and all these countries that we have presence globally today. India, we are in Delhi, all the major cities. Then we are present in Kolkata as well, Bhubaneswar, Ahmedabad, which Sushant leads for us, Lucknow, and we are growing ourselves in Punjab and other markets as well as something that we are to the tier 2 cities as well. Yes, coming on to the question of hybrid today. So when we talk about that, yes, we've got our DSP, we've got our own development stack, we have our AI-driven contextual marketing tool which is there. We have our own creative studio as I mentioned. So we have a team of around 4 creative people, which includes my rich media, storyboards. So we do all the creative strategy to the making of creatives in-house with us. And yes, there are a lot of innovations that we're going to talk about, that how these innovations can be done and what kind of innovations does hybrid comes up with. My platform. So basically, when we talk about the programmatic advertising today ecosystem, every client, I would say, every agency, they come up to us and they give us a brief saying that, this is my demographic, this is my area targeting, this is my region targeting specific. So with hybrid, what we do is that we do the right person, right moment, and the right messaging. Yes, if I go to the programmatic ecosystem and I do a basic advertising, I can just reach a person over there in the open web today. But with hybrid, we go ahead and add a layer to it, wherein we say let's go contextual, wherein we go keyword targeting as well. Above the keyword targeting, we go ahead and scan the article and we say that, okay, fine. With my AI tool, is it the relevant article where I should be present? It might be at, I would say that, giving you an example, say salsa. Salsa is a dance and salsa is a song and is a sauce as well. It's food. So it totally depends upon my tool whether it has to be on the relevant article over there also or not. Whether it's like, I would say, if I'm talking about a dance and I'm talking about creative which resonates to a dance, I would not be on the food article which is not present over there. It would not be there. So this is where the right person with the right mode and the right message comes up with hybrid. I have my base tools, which is my creatives, my performances. So, Sushant, do you want to take this one?
So thank you, Gandharv. As Gandharv rightly mentioned that we are different from our competition in terms of contextual targeting only. So contextual is the tool which makes us differentiate our competition. Like Google also trying to convert themselves from cookieless to they developed sandbox, but they failed in a span of 3 years and they're still continuing with cookies. So what makes us different contextually? For example, a brand like Velvo Line is coming to us and he has to design a campaign and deliver a campaign, reach the right audience in a different way contextually. So how my AI and ML helps me to basically target the right audience. So Line as a mobile oil is for B2B audience also and B2C audience also. So my AI will design the creative for him with the help of my creative team, and AI will basically tell me the targeting audience. So my AI will tell me this is the right set of audience on my platform, which contributes to 0.12% of spare parts, which is basically a B2B audience, which is mechanics and all workshops. Second, 0.57% of the audience is basically 57% of the audience relates to auto, a direct user like us, because we also drive cars. And then comes 0.36%, which is basically heavy vehicles, trucks, and your heavy duty vehicles, which come. So my ML will optimize the campaign and develop a creative in a way with the right messaging. What Gandharv mentioned in the previous slide, targeting the right user with the right message at the right moment. So they will target and differentiate the creative in 3 parameters. First one is for B2B audience, then for your direct consumers, and then again for heavy duty vehicles. So this is how contextually we are differentiating us from the competition in terms of delivering a campaign and designing a delivery of the campaign.
So this is where sort of generative AI comes into place, where our creative system is managed in a way that it can design. If you give us the open files, we can design what kind of creative needs to be shown, which includes generative AI plus DCO as well, which is very strong with us, and that is how we take things forward. Some creatives, some formats, and some technologies that we've been doing, where you can see that what kind of creatives does Hybrid do.
These are some sort of rich media examples, interactive ad units, which we do. And these are all done in-house, designed by our creative studio team only. Again, second set of examples.
So they're full screens, there's splash banners, stories, we can do selection banners for any food brand as well. Some label ads is something that we can do. Gamifications.
And then comes this, the right example which I mentioned the previous slide also, like how my ML and AI will optimize the campaign. With this, I will put across a right example in terms of dynamic creative optimization. Hyundai recently launched last year a Creta new facelift. This time they launched EV as a feature. So last year when they launched a Hyundai Creta with different colors, and ADAS was first time launched by Hyundai in their cars. So we did a campaign for them pan India, in which the messaging was and the brief was they want to do a campaign pan India level with different messaging, but yes, they want to collect in which part of the country audience like, or which sort of audience likes more of a safety, which sort of audience likes more for colors, which sort of audience likes more of a interior part of the car. So we delivered the campaign in many set of creative, and we collected the audience, and then we retargeted them by help of DCO in terms. In southern part of India, people love more of safety plus bright colors like pink, red, and all those colors. So with this kind of messaging and with DCO as a technology, we showed these set of creatives in southern part of India. Then in north part of India, Delhi NCR comes with more of ADAS and interior part of thing. But if I go to Punjab and Rajasthan, they have a separate messaging, separate mindset in terms of buying a car when they want to decide a car. So with DCO, we can help to read the user mind and target as per their interest so that we can show him what he wants to see. That makes him to make his decision in a quicker and a better way. Over to you, Nanda.
This is where DCO comes into place with us.
And these are again separate set of solutions under hybrid as a window. So box comes my NMH product, which is basically a flagship product right now, because the USP of this particular product is my ad placement is only and only on editorial article images that tone zero scroll, which means first image of the article will carry your ad. So if you go to carlinfo.com right now and if you go to the stories, news and stories, which is basically an editorial vertical, on the first article, second article related to any car brand, you will see either Honda or Maruti right now. You can experience Honda Elevate, Amaze, or other set of campaigns also on the first image itself. Then comes my TV sync. This particular product is primarily used for brands who are more heavy on TV, but they want incremental reach on digital also. So on TV, you guys must be paying and targeting users on prime time, and you guys must be paying a heavy premium also on prime time to target prime time users. With digital, there is no prime time thing as such as of now. And on a lower budget on a CPM buying model, you can basically target the same user and create a lookalike food also, and you can retarget them by help of DCO at a later stage to make them consideration of in the consideration phase of campaign and also a brand awareness kind of campaign also. Then comes triggers. Triggers come where we integrate APIs, AQIs, sports index, and BST index also within the creatives. So like how now Champions Trophy is coming up and IPL is coming up. We launched Live Score API in cricket, and like we all are facing from last couple of months high pollution levels. So we have open arrows from the brands who are into air purifier space so that in any part of the country, the AQI goes beyond 400. Their apps should run on that particular area. So, and then comes AQI or API of weather targeting also in terms, for example, a brand like Himalaya Wellness, they want to target users for the cold clean messages or cold clean. So in areas where temperature goes below 6 degrees Celsius, their ad comes. But if I talk about sunscreens, the areas now summers are also approaching in a span of I guess 20-30 days. The moment temperature go beyond 40 degrees Celsius, the cold cream from cold cream, it will switch to your sunscreen as a messaging. Then comes hyperlocal, which is again popular for retail outlets, automobile clients, and yes, people who want to drive footfall on their stores from your luxury brands to automobile brands to your retailers also. Then comes OTT and CTV. So with OTT and CTV, I will not say we are the only one as a DSP who are providing this as a solution, but yes, we are different in terms of we target the users on OTT and CTV on contextual audience itself. So people want to watch. There are I travel to Ahmedabad as a market or Surat as a market very often. So I meet a couple of diamond merchants also, couple of your team clients also, and many corporate like Astral Pipes or Tiles clients also. So they want to target audience as per their brand interest in Gujarat specific market only. So we can do that pin code level targeting on OTT and CTV also. Gandham, next please.
Thank you so much, Sushant, for a small introduction about our products. We'll start with Box, wherein when I started, I told about in-image advertising. So there's a small video that we'll show you, which will give you clarity about what in-image advertising is and how it's happening in India. So till the time they're just covering it, I will give you a brief about the video that how this box works in the market. So yes, it is an in-image advertising. So what we've actually done is there are a lot of publishers in the market, I would say high-end publishers like Times of India, Economic Times, Money Control, Karthik, as you mentioned. So Hybrid has their codes implemented on their websites. So when we run an ad, our AI and ML tool will actually scan the article and the image within the article and throw the ad within the image of the editorial. So say for example, a travel client today, a make my trip comes to me and says that there's an offer for Switzerland that is there. So I will have the keywords related to Switzerland, which will be embedded in my system. And once I start running with those 100 publishers which are whitelisted for me for that, it would scan the article, which is editorial article, which is relevant to a Switzerland travel. And what we see is that today anyone reading an editorial article is actually engaging with the article along with the image of the article because that's an editorial image. So we have those approvals from the editors. So we have different ad units.
Advertising is facing really challenging times.
The article and the image within the article. So there are 15,000 objects that we can scan within that image or an article. And we can see that whether it is a relevant image and we throw those particular ads within those particular sweater and show that. So, and we work in a very brand safe environment. So just to give you an example, when the Vinesh Fogart story was on at that point of time, there was an article which was a very relevant article, positive article that was going, but the image was a very, I would say, was not a brand safe image. It was not a right image which needs to be there, where we all would have read that article where Vinesh Fogart was lying and that image was there. So our tool went ahead and scanned that article and said that okay fine, it's a positive article but the image is not relevant, so we did not use that article for that particular ad format or that client as well, wherein the client said that why not that. When we explained that yes, this is the article is right but the image is not right because it's an editorial image and we don't feel that because people are seeing the image as well and they're engaging with the image as well, so our tool went ahead and removed that article and we did not use that article to scan. So that's a small example that I have, which we'll talk about in the future. Can we have the video?
Amount of information they're browsing that they simply don't see ads. Are you looking for effective ways to win users' attention? Let Vox help. Our platform is based on contextual targeting across various inventory, using AI-based stack of technologies, computer vision, Semantica 360, and SmartScore. AI helps to analyze mobile apps and recognize 15 plus types of objects in graphics, tech, and videos, making contextual targeting more efficient than ever. Vox offers a multi-format approach, including in-image, rich media, custom mobile formats, along with standard banners, video, and native ads. Predictive analytics approach behind format allocation maximizes powerful impact of ads and creates memorable experience. Relevancy, engagement, safety. Leverage the benefits of AI-driven contextual targeting and catch customers' attention. Vox, powered by AI, guided by humans.
So this is where relevancy comes into place, wherein the ad is at the relevant place and the message is going to the right person. And when we talk about the metrics, the KPIs that we measure is like a CTR. We've been looking CTRs going above 30% also on these kind of platforms that we talk about.
So with contextual, again, what we mentioned, Gandharv also said rightly that we target the keywords we like others platforms, and we are our USPs again how we are different. We are the only one who does image targeting also, who does image also, and who does emotion targeting also within the article itself, whether the article emotions are in a positive or negative way. The example which Gandharv gave is for the article about Vinesh Fogart when she was disqualified from Olympics. The article contains all the content in terms of her achievements in the life, but she in the image she was carrying, the image the article was carrying is she was with Indian flag crying because she was disqualified from the Olympics. That's a negative emotion which will impact the reputation of the country also. So that's why our AI to reject that particular article, and that's how it actually will be relevant in terms of targeting. Again, computer vision is a technology which video also explains that 15,000 objects were scanned within the same article and same any article, and then we run the ad and we throw that, publish that. The technology behind that is computer vision. Semantic 360. So this is the product which I talked about, AI tool. So we have our in-house tool which is Semantic 360, and this does all the contextual targeting on a semantic level. On a semantic level, I talked about from your keywords to emotions to image to gender. That's how accurate we are on it, and it's an in-house tool. It's not an outsourced tool. It's an in-house tool which is developed by Hybrid itself in their own creative studio and in their own AI studio in Berlin, and that's our in-house which basically takes care of brand safety also, and which basically target the right user again and with the right message, right moment. Which box placement is only which is basically editorial articles, because running an ad on editorial articles, user will have a trust, because in advertising nowadays people as a consumer have trust issues. So if an ad is running on editorial article and if an editor of a publisher house is allowing us to publish any brand ad on their articles, that means our ads, the product is also trustworthy and we create a kind of trust within the users also. Next one. Again, this is a targeting from the food. Now, as a car, BMW car, so the kind of target audience we will select people who are entering into business meetings, owning luxury properties or searching for to buy luxury properties. Again, with a minimum ticket size. Then they have some branded goods, or they were about to brand goods, or if they go out on holidays, they are using either chartered airlines or yachts for their local travel.
So basically, just to brief a little bit about this slide when we talk about, so if an automobile client comes to us and says that if they have a business car coming in and it's a high level car which has been there, so how would hybrid go ahead and do the contextual thing and we do the semantic part? Wherein we just not say that someone who's using a business car and we target that particular audience. For us to target are people who are using yachts, going for business meetings, CXO level meetings, who owns luxury properties, branded goods. So they all are the audience which will be targeted by us and contextually used so that we use and reach those audience as well, because they have the worth. They know that they can actually go ahead and purchase those kind of cars. So where to display? So these are kind of ad units that we were showing, wherein when we like an MG we see. So these are kind of ad units which are coming within the editorial of the images as well.
So this is basically a wow format, taking a kind of page takeover and then settle down as a subtle strike. These are the
format forward, some countdowns, wows. So basically, why we call it as a wow format is that we call it as an innovation today for us. And what we see is that neurosciences says that it takes 3 seconds for a user to actually indulge with the ad format and go ahead and play around with it. So within 3 seconds, we would actually settle that ad unit back to a normal ad unit, because we've engaged with them, and we do not use the term inclusivity because that's not inclusive. Some mobile formats.
So how we again
how we are different from the other contextual
what sort of technology and what sort of targeting we does from all content recognition to your keyword targeting to image to video analysis, URL, in web real-time scoring also.
So what we've done is with the Works as a platform, we've got around say so many ad units in place. So when we meet up a client or an agency, we understand their products, their key features as well. And we divided our ad units into different kind of packages is something. We packaged it because we know that somewhere it would be more of video, somewhere it would be more of a mixed format wherein you would need innovations. Sometimes you would just have your basic ad units, and there would be clients who would not like to go into a kind of an innovation at all, because might be the brand which says that I cannot do these kind of ad units. So we made it into packages, and we can share with all of you that what are the kind of packages, what are the ad units, how the ad units look once in those packages as well. Although yes, we are open for changes. If someone says that in I would use a mixed format, but I need one format as a video as well. So yes, we are okay with that as well, wherein we extend those arms and we give it to the clients as well. So some multi-formats that we talk about, like our basic packages, which is just a normal stripe and things, stickers that we do. Our classic formats wherein we see CTRs going about 0.8%. I said 3% yes. So these are basic CTRs that we go ahead and commit. But yes, our history is that we've been achieving those CTRs as well. A mixed package wherein if you look at these kind of ad units, all these mixed packages in image, stripe videos, large, flip, so we can flip the complete image for a 3 second and we can show you. Videos, we can run videos within the ad format as well. Content classics, so these are kind of gamifications and those things that can be done. Wow effect, dynamic personalization. You will talk about this.
So again, how we can design the creatives in a different way. So dynamic creation is, for example, you have it's for a basically a D2C brand. They have couple of offerings like how we met Varsuni couple of weeks back, and they told us they are planning a campaign in which they want to highlight their air fryer range of air fryers also. They want to highlight the range of their vacuum cleaners also, and their iron machine also. So we can integrate within the creative so that the user can choose the product and engage within the creative and go to the shopping portal to buy that particular product within the creative itself. So for example, if here you see electric kettle, but yes, we have options from your air conditioner to microwave to refrigerator to TV and kettle. So if a user wants to engage into air conditioning, so he will see that sort of all the air conditioner available within the creative, and then he can do add to cart and go to a landing page to buy the product. We are doing this for the brand called Havells also for their range of ACs and fans available in India as a market. Then again other format. Reduction again as a format. Again reduction. So these are sort of few top publishers with us. We have a list of 120 plus publishers with us listed for Vox as a product. But for contextual DSP, it's a million of publishers with us. These are for top SSPs who are supplying inventory to us.
This is how we have a team at the back end where the complete design tech team, content manager team, data set, how we collect the data at the back end, that's entire team at the back end who would do the job and ensure that we reach the brand safe environment and do things. Okay, so before we move ahead and talk about more, I would like to make this session a bit engaging within ourselves because it's not that we've been talking and you've been listening to us and doing it. We would like to understand from each one of you what are the problems that you guys are facing with your brand. And then we can actually come up and say that, okay, fine, these are the kind of solutions that can come up. What are what kind of branding elements are you looking at and you've been doing and how you've been taking your brand ahead? I would love to hear from each one of you so that, let's make it a bit engaging and try to understand. And if somewhere we can fit in and we can resolve your solutions, give you a solution and look at it. So I would like anyone who would like to talk about it.
I think I will.
Yeah, please.
So, I think we were just talking about how contextually that's we've been doing. A very simple use case that we've been kind of struggling. So I'm basically from MG Water, and we are very heavy on hyperlocal activities. And when I say hyperlocal, it is actual that you have like 500 dealerships across pan India, and you have varied products, you have different colors which are preferred, and the messaging. For example, somebody likes a Gloucester for its power in north versus somebody likes it for luxury in south. So of course, like you said, you can do multiple creatives personalized to each region, but will it still kind of have limited sets or it can have varied sets? So by varied sets, I mean, for example, you choose for maybe Kerala to show luxury and you show a black car. And can you go vernacular in that? Plus, how are you kind of maintaining the brand guidelines? Because like the brand manager, I can give you like 10 creatives or maybe 50 creatives across pan India that you can run. But out of those 50, creating a combination with the model, with color, with variants, with cities, with vernac. So there are multiple options there. How do you A kind of, is it possible to actually go down with so many labels? B, how do we maintain the brand guidelines? Because Abhi kya karte hain, we do it. We do it like we give them a bulk of creatives and pick up and choose from that basis what is performing. But can we actually create on the go basis what the customer is actually interested in? And how are we then maintaining the brand?
Just reveal it.
So yes, this is where our Gen AI comes into place. So yes, hyperlocal, as we talk about, we have the solution where we can talk about hyperlocal and we can say that we do about places and everything. So hyperlocal is one of the biggest, I would say, problem right now for a lot of clients that we talk about in motors and I would say retail clients as well, wherein they want to reach this kind of an audience and they want to go here and they want to show the right creative. So and with my creative team at the back end, what we have today is that uh, we align one of our strategists with your team to understand that to have an understanding of which city, what kind of creative that you want to show, and where you want to go in. Then I align one of my creative person with your team, and that creative person can make at least 10 creatives within a span of 48 hours and share it with you. Once you approve that, post that we start running those creatives. Now at the back end, we give you an optimization report that which is the creative which is running at the correct time and which is giving the right results to us as well. So yes, I can actually go ahead and do that. Kerala, you want to show a black car, but in Delhi, you want to show a white car, and you want to go ahead and do that. That is something which would where DCO comes into place with my hyperlocal. I can merge all these things, and I can go vernacular because today the list of whitelisted publishers that I have is a big list. It is not a smaller list. I would say that from a Kerala publisher to a I would say Matrabhumi to a Manorama to all these people is something that we have.
Yes, yes, yes. In terms of if you want to highlight Punjab as a market in Punjabi language, if you want to target Tamil Nadu in Tamil language, we can do that.
We can do
But
that.
will those creative copies be created through Gen
Yes, our tool, our creative guy would create that, share it with you, take
For
approvals, and then we go ahead.
Yes.
So that is something which can be done at our end. And for I would say any kind of publishers, there's something that we have a list of publishers. And if there's a publisher that you feel that is a very important publisher for you and you should be present over there, so we've got Garima, who's my publisher manager. For her strength, I would say it takes around 24 to 48 hours to get that publisher on board with us, and we ensure that we take those campus because that's a plus point for us as well to know that this is the publisher that is being needed by one of the auto brands. It can help us, and yes, it will help you as well for us to get that publisher.
Okay, we talked about DC. DC is all about the creating optimizers. And DC also understand the user behavior and what exactly people are looking for. Since I'm from higher, we are dealing with refrigerator, washing machine, and refrigerator, there are multiple features about the product. How DCO will able to optimize, will able to understand the user, whether in Kerala, one people is looking for space, maybe in Bengal, people are looking for the convertible mode, figure to fridge. How do we bifurcate these things within specific to the refrigerator through which DCO will start performing? So in this case, as you mentioned, that convertible ones and the space issues, which in refrigerator as a product people usually face, so both have a difference between their prices. So I guess within an article we talk about convertible. So people who are looking for a convertible fridge from recently, if I talk about a convertible fridge which have a LED screen, LCD LED screen on the front with ice chamber, it will cost somewhere around 2 lakh rupees. Starts from 2 lakh rupees. But if you talk about a fridge which is 620 liters, a normal double door fridge, it will start somewhere around 70,000 rupees. So the first point was your pricing point through which within an article we can differentiate. Second, the interest. The person who is reading an article about searching an article or reading an article about the fridges, refrigerators into convertible or large sizes, which can basically solve the because with fridges there is a space issue also in terms of placing that particular refrigerator. Double door fridge, which are basically convertible fridges, are somehow I talk about require much more space. With DCO, there will be some sort of duplicacy in terms of 8 to 10% in terms of targeting a unique audience, because a user might be looking for a particular phrase, but after scrolling about, reading about certain other product, his interest might also go change. So in that particular case, there will be duplicacy. But yes, if we talk about targeting the right audience via contextual targeting, only we can target the right user in terms of what kind of content he is reading and what sort of interest or searches he has been in the past weeks or past months.
So just to add to this, yes, income level is one of the part which plays a lot of important role in the kind of differentiators that we're talking about, the product that we're talking. But yes, when it comes to DCO, our contextual targeting, when we go ahead and do it contextually, we look at the when we put it in our tool, it would actually look at that which is the relevant image or the relevant article where your ad needs to be placed and the audience is present. So, say for example, there might be a possibility that the audience might not be present. The audience that you're looking for a convertible fridge might not be present on the article which is to be there. So you will actually target that convertible over there. And at the same time, when we run your ad, say for example, I would say within let's target Gurgaon as a region, and I say let's target DLF and let's target one of the other regions in Gurgaon, wherein we see the high level income group and the middle income group as well, where refrigerators are present. So we say that okay, fine. At the same time, I will ensure that I will merge my hyperlocal, I will merge my everything, and I say that in this particular region, I'll show this kind of an ad, wherein the contextual also works. Plus, I will also go ahead and merge within the other region and show the different ad. This is something that we did with one of the coffee brands, wherein when it was in Mumbai, it was completely hot in the Vasai region, and then there it was raining. So we showed a cold coffee and we showed a hot coffee over there. So we can resonate in that particular thing, and this is where DCO will come into the picture and show your right creative to the right person. Along with that, what we can also do for you is that within the rich media, we can play around with your creatives as well. Say, for example, you want to show you have different features of your refrigerator. We can actually come up with the different refrigerator features as well. Is something. Plus, adding to that, what the creatives that I can also build for you is that, say, for example, the kind of refrigerator, laboratory refrigerator is in the DLF region is present at 3 of your shops, and the other refrigerator is present in 2 of the shops. So I will run the creatives wherein the user can actually, when he's looking at the creatives, he can see that which of the stores are present. Yes. And when he clicks on that, he'll go on to the store locator and he can actually reach to the store as well if he's nearby that. So we can merge everything and we can run those kind of things.
Okay, understood. When you talked about the hybrid places, as far as Google, we know they are targeting the location-based targeting through browser. Meta, they target. Other platforms like life science, they are able to track the user behavior, that exactly where exactly they are going, what exactly they are. When you talk about the hybrid places, what kind of technology from the backend that you are using just to make sure that you will find the accuracy of the particular store, and the same thing, the relevance with the audience where you are going.
To 6 pin, because I have 6 different platforms, I will design a campaign in which I will target a user who is coming from, create a radius of 3 kilometers of a single pin code. And for example, there are 10,000 users in 3 kilometers, and users who are coming to, I guess we'll say 50 meters of your store or outlet radius will count as a user. So for example, I'm sitting in this area and we have a chroma around 1.5 kilometers. And if I'm at chroma outlet within 50 meters of range, so that means I will count it as user. The moment my pin and the store pin, my mobile handset location will be on, my location pin and the store pin will be matched, that time will count it as a user. So we can target a user, take a user from 2 kilometer radius to 10-50 meters store radius. That's the kind of time which we use. For example, if I talk about we are running live in the campaign for Rado Watches. Rado Watches gave us a list of 30 boutique stores pan India level. Primarily, most of the stores are in the southern part of India, in states like Kochi. So we created a radius from 50 meters to 1.5 kilometers of that particular store, and we'll see that how many users from 3 to 1.5 kilometers till 50 meters are coming to their store, and the location will match in terms of pin as a pin match as a tag which we use in this particular format.
And along with that, for Rado, just to add on, Rado came up to us and said that there were two stores at the airport. One is the domestic airport. Once you enter the domestic airport, it just bang on there, and then you go move ahead. So they saw that there are a lot of footfalls coming onto that particular store. They opened another store on the international airport, which is way inside. When you move on, you see that the sixth or the seventh store near the Irish pub is that particular store. So they were facing a problem wherein they were not having footfalls on that particular store because the reason was that that's a bit inside. If you go inside the international airport, you see a Victoria's Secret, you see a Tumi and everything, but you see Rado pretty far off. So then we designed a campaign wherein we said, okay, fine, let's go ahead and see in a span of 3 months that how much audience can actually reach in your store or not, because they were not getting to know about it. When we did those campaigns, they saw an incremental growth. Not only people entering the store, but the sales were also being tracked over there, wherein they could track how it's happening and the sales are increasing. So today, we are actually targeting, going to that particular depth and ensuring which audience is actually reaching inside the store and how it is happening. So at Tech, to be very honest, we also, when we started with this Rado campaign with the international airport, we were hesitant because we didn't know that what would happen. Because yes, a 50-meter by person is just moving on, and my question to the brand was that there are chairs lying outside your store and people are sitting over there. How would we track that? I'm really sorry, I cannot. But yes, when we started, it took us 2 months, and we did regular campaigns and tracking happened. And today, that's a regular on campaign for us with feeds and results.
Because there's
So the technology totally depends upon talking about, I would say, DCO and locals as a technology. When you talk about Google, you talk about Meta, you talk about lifestyle, you talk about anyone. Almost the technology is almost the same. It totally depends upon the optimization and the creatives that you're using, that how well an operations person is doing the optimization of your campaign and trying to ensure that this happens. Wherein we come into place that when we align operations people with your teams and the client servicing team also, the differentiation that a client feels, and yes, there's a personalization which has come into place. And yes, we are ensuring that every now and then you're getting your reports on a daily basis and everything, which ensures that the transparency within those things are happening. We've also gone to a level wherein we've got beta reporting consoles for clients, wherein the client can understand themselves. You would just have a view report and you can actually look into it that where the campaign is actually running and how it's performing as well on the live stream. So this is where hybrid comes into the picture, wherein we maintain transparencies with our clients and we ensure that we are open with it. It's not that we are into a closed web, we are working into it. Whatever reports is something that a client wants to share.
Yes. So, I have a vision, but I'm not sure whether this is currently possible or not. So, for example, so I am from an edtech brand, Extramas Education, where we offer learning solutions. We offer content in the form of animations. We provide practice solutions, test solutions for students, right? In that case, so for example, if it's a 10th class student who is watching some kind of video in my platform right now. So I want to show this show creator to that person. He has not converted on my platform yet. I want to kind of show a video or a static to that person, basis what he has seen on my website, on my platform right now, in terms of the test or the video that he has watched. For example, internal combustion engine, for example. Now he might be having interest in cars also, which we might be kind of looking at some other websites. For example, he's interested in BMW. So now I want some kind of a creative to be created which talks about the learning content, but by showing a BMW as a car, and also talking about this is something you can learn how internal combustion engine works for cars like BMW. So that's where my the content he was watching is also there. Plus, the interest that he has been carrying across the web is also being carried along with it. And now that creative, I feel, is more personalized, and the person might have a better chance of converting as well. So,
creative personalization can happen, but yes, if you want to show to exhibition brand want to show a BMW or some other brand within their creative, so that's not possible. But yes, within that, if that's on the internet, if he's reading some article about luxury cars or luxury brands, on that particular content, I can show your content and your product activation. But within your creative, we don't, because it's against brand safety environment also, and it's against brand guidelines also. So we are not, even no one is comfortable adding two brands unless and until it's a collab campaign. We can't do that. Like iPhone is running a campaign with some banks. With a collaboration kind of campaign, we can do that. But yes, within that, but if for as he's a car into, he's reading about BMWs or Jaguars or Maserati. Within those particular content, we can show your content. But we can't mix these two things in a single creative because both are different brands and both belongs to different separate entities also.
sure. So I
That against brand safe environment basically.
Yeah, so I might have given an example of a particular brand name also, but then there might be he might be interested in playing badminton, for example, but he is also some kind he is reading content on my
So
platform in terms of Newton's laws of motion.
In this case, we were targeting badminton as a category, the top badminton players and top badminton tournaments if I talk about. Right now, pickleball is very much within India as a market. So, for example, if your user is much more interested towards your pickleball as a platform or as a sport. So, across the publishers, news, lifestyle, and others also, if there's something related to pickleball, or there are some pickleball tournaments also happening. So, within those content, we will run your ad as per the user interest.
But it's more about the kind of the web page like where the ad will be shown, but it's not about the creator being changed according to what the person, what kind of
We can
interest
change
person.
the creative as per the user also in terms of quality of content. For example, a 10 plus user, he might read about the example which you gave, but a 10 plus user will not read or for example, will not say 10 plus, but say a commerce student will not read about non-med biology or physics or chemistry related articles. He will either relate to financial or either relate to commerce related articles or content only. So we can change the creative as per his interest. So in that case, accuracy will be around 99.8% because of his user interest. Yes.
Thank you.
Anyone else who would like to talk about?
So the publishers that you mentioned, like Times of India, was I think Midday and everything. So do we have exclusivity with them? So there are third party, ad placement people who are placing their ads also there, and you guys are also placing your ads there. So how do we create that balance or the leverage? Is there a leverage to you, or you just your USP is that the creative standards or the creative the formats that you provide?
So to answer this question, at this point of time, when we talk about contextual in image, is something which is hybrid is very doing. So exclusivity is something that we're already closing on with Times of India and with the money control in the next 15 odd days. But yes, there are some in-image players who are there in the market who are running ROS. But yes, the first preference comes to hybrid with all these publishers because of the contextual targeting that we do and the kind of ad formats that we run. So, like the packages which I showed you, I ensure that there are some of my ad units which do not go onto a publisher where it is not required as well, and I feel that those kind of ad units are not relevant for those publishers, so we don't go ahead and offer them as well. But yes, having said that, when it comes to Times of India, when it comes to money control and economic times and all, then 80% of the inventory today lies with hybrid, and 20% is there in the market because of the other in-image players.
So just another question, follow up to the previous one. So I've been to Financial Express and Money Control's articles a lot, and I see intrusive ads there.
Okay.
And then because we also come from a fintech brand, right? We are from home credit. So to place our ad over there along with because Money Control also has their own lending platform, right? So how would we do that?
So today, when we talk about fintech, we are working with a lot of BFSI clients. You talk about Motilal Oswal, AppFi, and all these guys who are doing very regular campaigns with us on a month-on-month basis because BFSI is the category which is right online. So what happens is that this kind of a product is why it is not intrusive, because we are not using the standard 728 by 90 or 300 by 250 app unit, or kind of a roadblock is something that we're not doing. We are going on the relevant articles. So when we go into the relevant article, the image within the article, we show your ad subtly over there, wherein the user reading that particular article goes ahead and involves and goes ahead. So that is how clients like Amphi, LICs, and what you call about Motilal Oswal, UTI mutual funds, all these are doing these kind of branding ads with us because it doesn't intrude the user. And yes, it is within the article, so it's not actually, I'm not showing your ad on a 300 by 250 where you just click onto a page and you go onto a different page and see that. Because today, any user who's going onto the website is actually, if I'm going to a money control, I'm trying to read an article and engage with that. So that is where our ad unit comes in, and we do the engagement and we show the ad to the right person on the right article within the brand.
And just to add, like how the mentioned image as a product. So what we mentioned placement of our ads. So the USP of our product is which is different from other image products. We are the only one in India right now who are publishing the placing the ad only and only on editorial article images, not on the left, on the right, or the center. Only and only on the editorial article images only. For if you see other image articles, you're reading an article, some ad will come up by 320 size or 50 size or size in between the article, but our will be only and only on editorial article images, which build trust for a brand also, and yes, that placement is quite unique also.
We move ahead, not take much time. So we have some case studies that we've been running with Honda's, captivated something that one of my client, UTI mutual funds that we talk about is, so we actually flipped the complete image and we show the UTI ads, stickers, and within the image you see the stripe ads and that. TV sales. So this is one of our another product. There are a lot of clients who are more in TV heavy television that they do their campaigns. So this is a product which can help you into an incremental reach. Would not give you 100% incremental, but can give you a 7% to an 8% of incremental reach as well. So Sushant, you want to take it?
Which I explained in the past to basically target a user who is watching your ad on TV. Nielsen study proves that when the ad comes on TV, 58%, 58% of the user moves to your secondary device, which is 90% cases mobile handset only. So we that user and create a lookalike audience in the digital ecosystem across the publishers or the content which he is reading, consuming on the secondary device to give you incremental reach over your TV campaign. Then triggers APIs and AQIs, which I explained. Whether targeting we can do air quality targeting also.
So recently we've actually tied up with some partners wherein, as we know that cricket fever is on, the IPL and the Champions Trophy. So we've tied up and we're doing creatives where we're showing live score integrations as well. So say for example, if you're running a with us, so we can show those live scores as well within the ads. That's something we can do within the IPL and the Champions Trophy. Plus, yes, weather and air. So if whatever the weather is, say for example, if it's cold, it's hot, we can show those kind of app units. Air, again, the air pollution, the AQI. So Philips as a brand has done a lot of campaigns with us within the AQI category as well.
Even Happens also.
Happens. This is our banking and finance targeting. So yes, as we do those core integrations, we've tied up with partners where we can actually show the live indexes as well within the ad units, and we can go ahead and do that as well. Sports targeting, as I mentioned, is something we can do. So yes, we can go to I would say today to a geo, and we can say that okay, fine, this is the kind of an ad unit that I want to run, and I want to do a complete IPL targeting wherein I want to do IPL. With hybrid as an DSP, we went ahead and we did a research, and we saw that we got great inventory within our ecosystem, which talks about cricket, which talks about a lot of articles. Because when we talk about IPL or a Champions Trophy, you would see that in a day there are around 24 articles which only TOI writes. So we've got inventory, not only TOI, we've got 100 other publishers. So we can reach on those particular articles as well at the relevant time wherein you want to run your ads. So yes, within an IPL or a Champions Trophy, any client who would like to, who advertises and who says that okay fine, I would be there, and when the IPL is running, what I understand is that even if there's a 6 or a 4, there's an ad that comes into place or something. But yes, if there's a 6 or a 4, there's an article also that comes into place. So we will target that particular article at that point of time and show the ad. So this is where the performance comes into place, and this is where we help you to reach the right audience with an incremental budget and incremental reach as well. So this is something that we've already spoken about hyperlocal, how we go ahead with that. Geolocation. CTV. So yes, there are other players as well who've got CTV inventories. It's not only hybrid. So there are DSPs as well who are running on CTV. Because CTV, when we talk about, is a big thing today. That we all are talking about that buzzword, like we talk about AI, we talk about CTV, connected TV. We've spoken about OTTs as well. So we've got OTT inventory and CTV inventory, which is again an ROS inventory. We cannot go ahead and target a particular show for you, but yes, we can give you the audience who's there on the connected TV or an OTT. Sushant, you want to take this?
All are the OTT players or CTV players with us from your Amazon MX Player, Sunnext, Airtel HD, Z5, Geo, and Geo Star now, and Samsung TV Plus. So, want to target a user? If you go directly to these players, they charge you premium on each and every layer of targeting which they do. And there's a different rate for different size of videos also with us. Whether that's a 10-second video till 60 seconds video, we operate on a standard rate, a single rate, and buying with the publisher directly based on CPM basis. With us, it's on CPV, which is cost per view. For example, if a user will see an ad minimum of 15 seconds, then only we can count it as a view, and then only we will charge you for a single view also.
So basically, this is where connected TV and OTT comes into place. Within our DSP, we pulled out a lot of inventory, and we've seen that there are a lot of inventory that is coming into our DSP through our SSP partners. Yes, we've got all these inventories in place with us. So JioCinema, JioStar, which was not available, so now JioStar inventory is available with us as well. So you can run those campaigns along with hybrid, wherein I'm sure that there might be CTVs that in your media plans would be there. But yes, having those CTVs into your media plan, with hybrid, you have the complete ecosystem wherein you're not just relevant on a Samsung or a JioStar, you are there with the other 7 OTTs as well. Wherein when you talk about Sunnext, you talk about Manorama, you want to reach the regional players as well. So we have their CTV inventory as well, which is at a good rate and not at a premium kind of a rate that we talk about. So these are, as we've already spoken about, the inventory which is available within hybrid. So yes, if you look at this this ad unit, this might be an exclusive publisher inventory which is there. But yes, inventory with hybrid is when you watch these apps over there with the connected TV and you click and go inside, you will see our inventory playing over there as well. So these are some ad formats that we have. Our in-stream ads, overlays ads, our pause blocks, and our companion ads as well. So yes, these are all the solutions that we have today at Hybrid, and so we would love to. It was a great conversation that we've had to understand, and I'm sure that if I've been able to answer your questions to the right way as well. And if not, yes, we are available outside. We can sit and discuss and say that, okay, fine, how you want to take it forward and what we can do for you. I have my sales team also present over here. So any questions that you have, please feel free to ask, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you.
Anyone who still has any doubts or questions can feel free to connect with everyone one-on-one. We all around that way. And thank you so much for coming and joining this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Before you leave, can we have a group photograph here, please? I would request everyone to kindly step forward. We'll have a group photograph. Thank you so much.
Please. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Move to 100, yes. Long time
Yeah.
we have been able from our stories. We learned we learned that provider.